today. Akshay is with us.
Namaskar, sir. How are you?
Hi, Anand, Akshay. Good to be back with you guys.
We also have Shireen Bhan.
Hi, Mr. Iyer. How are you?
तो मिशन स्वच्छता और पानी में आपका स्वागत है, लेकिन नीति आयोग में आपके अपॉइंटमेंट के लिए आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई। हालांकि वहां आपकी अभी शुरुआती दिन है, लेकिन स्वच्छ भारत अभियान में आप सबसे आगे थे। आपने इसको चैंपियन किया था, तो उसे तो भुलाया नहीं जा सकता। अक्षय, आपने दुनिया के सबसे बड़े स्वच्छता और पानी के मिशन को हेड किया, $20 बिलियन के स्वच्छ भारत मिशन को लागू किया, जिससे भारत ने आजादी के बाद से चली आ रही एक बड़ी समस्या को काफी हद तक सुलझा लिया है। अब स्वच्छ भारत मिशन का भविष्य आप यहां से आगे कैसे देखते हैं? हाउ डू यू सी स्वच्छ भारत मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल?
No, thanks Anand and Akshay and Shireen. Good to be back with you guys. You know, अभी आप inspiration के बात कर रहे थे. I think that you know, the biggest inspiration for the Swachh Bharat mission was, of course, Prime Minister Modi, who actually shocked the nation and the world when he announced the mission at his Red Fort speech on 15th August 2014. And that was the first time ever, I think, in the world that the head of a nation actually confronted the issue of sanitation, the indignity for women and girls to have to go out and defecate in the open. And then he made a commitment, and and then he delivered on it. And we played a small part in sort of taking that forward with all the state governments. But I think that level of political commitment to a cause of sanitation, which has got a huge impact not just on dignity but also on cleanliness, on health, on the economy. So I think that inspiration was very clear. And the nation succeeded in a Jan Andolan. People took to the cause. Akshay played a very important role in that fantastic movie, Toilet Ek Prem Katha. We used it so much to promote the cause of sanitation, women empowerment, etc. So that was phase 1 of Swachh Bharat. Phase 2 began in 2019-20, where now the concept of sanitation has been broadened to solid waste management, to liquid waste management in both urban and rural. So that program is going on. It's a broader definition. But clearly, more work to be done. The work on sanitation never stops. And in NITI, we work closely with the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation, with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, on taking the overall message of Swachhta forward and broadening the message. So there's more work to be done, but tremendous accomplishment so far.
परम अय्यर सर, मैं अक्षय कुमार बोल रहा हूं। आपको बधाई हो नीति आयोग का सीईओ बनने के लिए। आप ही ने मैं आप दुनिया को बताना चाहता हूं, आप ही ने मुझे स्वच्छ भारत मिशन से जोड़ा था, और मैं तब से लगातार 5 साल हो गए काम में लगा हुआ हूं। लेकिन आप मुझे छोड़ के नीति आयोग में चले गए, क्यों?
So Akshay, जैसे आपने कहा, look, it's been a pleasure working with you, and now that I'm back in the country and in NITI, so we need to involve you with the much broader work which NITI Aayog does, both in terms of policy but also in terms of improving the effectiveness of government organizations, and carrying forward the overall policy agenda of this government, which believes very much, जैसे आप जानते हैं, of taking policy to action. I think that's one of the trademarks of this government, of taking big ideas but programming them and implementing them on the ground.
Absolutely.
Whether it's basic services, whether it's scaling up digitalization, on the economic front. So I think it's all about taking concepts, policies and programming them. और जैसे आपने स्वच्छ भारत में, you were a brand ambassador and you sold the message of Swachhta, which led to tremendous sort of momentum on the ground. Women empowerment, women went from being beneficiaries to leaders. And I think apart from the movie, which had a huge impact, you have played personally. जब आपने एक toilet pit empty किया था इंदौर में हमारे साथ, that was another huge example. So thank you, Akshay, and hope you will continue now working with us in NITI.
I must thank you, sir, for introducing. मैं आपसे एक और प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूं। आपने स्वच्छ भारत मिशन को घर घर में पहुंचाया, लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है कि अभी भी हम हिंदुस्तानियों को सैनिटेशन के एरिया में बहुत काम करना अभी भी जरूरत है? क्या आपको लगता है सर?
नहीं, आई थिंक ये एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट आपने उठाया अक्षय. आपने सही कहा है कि हाइजीन इज स्टिल अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क टू बी डन ऑन हाइजीन.
Right.
Because there are 3 parts typically, or Mission Paani is an important part. जब हम wash बोलते हैं, water, sanitation and hygiene. So under the Jal Jeevan mission, now there will be tap water in every household by 24. That's another huge program which is being delivered on the ground. Sanitation, most of the work has been done by way of open defecation, both urban and rural. But now this needs to be broadened to segregation, solid waste management, जिसके बारे में आज हरदीप पुरी जी ने भी कहा. Now, but hygiene is still important. आपको याद होगा अक्षय, during the pandemic, you made a very important message for us, a spot on needing to stop spitting, thukna. So there are still habits in India which we need to overcome as a nation. उसके बारे में cleanliness will continue to be the focus of the agenda. Now going forward, even if you look at 2047, जो Prime Minister साहब ने अमृत काल के बारे में जो the vision he's put out, it's important that hygiene gets mainstreamed across the board, hygiene and sanitation, and the work always continues. It never stops. And therefore, whether it's in urban areas or rural areas, sanitation, hygiene, water, these will continue to be very, very important agendas. In particular, हमारा tourism का इतना potential है. Particularly all the iconic tourism places, it will be very important to bring them all to international standards of sanitation and hygiene so that we can continue to promote and boost tourism.
Very well said.
Thank you.